The difficult thing is that, if you're into a spaceship, even now, like, there aren't any references, I mean, yes, I know at the moment they're building a space station up in the sky, but up until that point, there was no reference. You had to invent it.
I figured along the way it should be dirty and used, because I think I'd been doing a lot of traveling to and from, both in commercials and, I'd been doing a lot of 747 and 707 traveling. And I noticed that all the planes that always start off super clean and beautiful, gradually they're getting worn out. And then gradually they're introducing in the lavatories and the instruction sheets multilingual instructions. And, I noticed the formicas getting chipped. And so I thought that, when you think about these freighters in deep space that will be anchored in some giant company's armada, sitting unmanned, revolving around some small planetoid, waiting for the next crew to come in and be taken up and open up all the stuff and get all the technology going and revitalizing the ship. They're going to get pretty worn out, right? Even with the maintenance crews and the cleaning services and things like that, because all that will have to happen. And so I thought it must be like that. It must be dog-eared, And so that seemed to be the obvious thing to do, even though everybody was tickled pink by it. I thought, well, it's kind of obvious.
When we did Dark Star, which was in the wake of 2001, we thought we wanted partly for the novelty, partly because it was realer, mostly just for laughs, we wanted to show this once sterile spaceship in a rundown condition, like some old bachelor apartment. But we didn't really succeed very well at that, because we didn't at that time know the tolerances of film for mess. And it became apparent to me that if you wanted something high-tech to look messed up, you had to practically destroy it. And Lucas made Star Wars. A couple of years after that, he was working on it, and one of the things that he himself mentioned that he was trying to do with Star Wars was the idea of the used future. Oh, yeah? I went and I saw it, and I didn't think that came across very strongly there either. So by the time I was ready to do Alien, and Ridley had signed aboard as director, unfortunately, Ridley's talent is to be able to sculpt detail to a remarkable degree, unlike most other cinematographers. If something wants to look textural, he can get it where many others cannot. So that was fortunate. But I mentioned to him my own experience, which is if we want this spacecraft to look industrial beat up, you're going to have to make it about 3 times messier to the naked eye than you want to see it. And that probably was the first time where an audience clearly saw a futuristic machine in a run-down condition.